Hey guys, I'm Dr. BJ Hardick. I want to take a short video blog to update you on some research that is on my website, drhardick.com, specifically as it relates to artificial sweeteners and how they destroy people's guts, cause gut dysbiosis, and therefore have an increased likelihood of insulin resistance and therefore diabetes. You know, it's crazy because people that actually go on artificial sweeteners like Splenda, aspartame, NutraSweet, sucralose, all these things are typically doing it because they want to avoid sugar, because we do know that too much sugar can cause insulin resistance and therefore diabetes. But we're finding that increased artificial sweeteners in the diet are associated with the exact same problem. And you know, there's a lot of things that are problematic with artificial sweeteners. We know that obviously the concerns of brain cancer is one of them. We've known for 30 years that aspartame breaks down into things like wood alcohol into the brain that we don't want. I have a serious concern about something like sucralose, or what most people call Splenda, because of course this is a chlorinated carbohydrate. I don't want chlorine getting into my diet if I can avoid that at all costs. And one of the other major issues is the University of Purdue showed at one time research within the last 10 to 15 years that when people start to consume artificial sweeteners, people think that they're consuming a food. I mean, we're literally tricking the taste buds into thinking that we're consuming something that has a calorie, but yet you're getting nothing with calories. So you know what? It actually increases people's cravings. So those are problems right there. But let's dig a little deeper here, because now we're seeing that the artificial sweeteners are wrecking the gut flora. And this has got to be one of the largest problems because it's going to wreck a person's digestion. And you know what? In turn, it's going to create insulin resistance. In a nutshell, and I'd encourage you to read the article more thoroughly on my site, we know that when people consume artificial sweeteners, and this has been studied in humans and in animals, that there is an increase in the bad bacteria and a decrease in the good bacteria. That is called gut dysbiosis. What we've actually seen is that when animals have been treated with antibiotics to actually kill off a lot of those bad bacteria, messing up the balance, the insulin resistance goes away without changing the diet. So there may be added layers of why it is that blood sugar and obesity and all the problems, all the hormonal problems associated get messed up when people take artificial sweeteners, other than we're just messing with the brain and therefore cravings. So obviously, some of the things that people need to do, we got to stay away from artificial sweeteners. Obviously, Splenda, aspartame, NutraSweet, Equal, any of the pink, yellow, blue packets that are sitting there at the coffee shop. People always ask me about coffee. I'm a lot more concerned about what goes in your coffee than the coffee itself. We've talked about that separately. We're always going to advocate for something that would be more of a plant-based sweetener. You know, something obviously like stevia would be my personal choice. If somebody has to use something like a raw organic honey, something that is earthly, something that has grown, provides some health benefit, we would always want to move in that direction. My personal preference has been stevia. People have known that for years and years and years. We want to avoid also the white sugars and the things that definitely do cause spikes in blood sugar, where something like stevia will not. Remember, one of the major things that we teach on the advanced plan is we want to always increase the good fats. If we can make sure that your energy systems are more relying upon fats as opposed to relying upon sugars, your energy systems are just going to be better. And don't forget about the healthy gut flora. So people have got to be consuming prebiotic and probiotic foods. It's great to take a probiotic supplement on a regular basis, but please make sure it comes from a whole food, great, phenomenal source with many, many different types of strains of bacteria. And the best way to get this, in all honesty, is food itself. I mean, supplements are great, but they should supplement a healthy diet. And if you look at any culture that has really, really survived and just thrived for centuries, you'll see that live cultured food has always been part of their culture. We're talking about kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, even pickles, anything that has been cultured and fermented, that's going to help to provide the healthy, good, live bacteria, which we know plays such a huge role in not only digestion, but obviously now we're seeing more and more in managing blood sugar.